start with Dash and then Jordan.
All right. Hey, Kareem, good to hold on. Now I can see you. There we go.
Leave me.
Um, and coaches talked a lot the last couple of weeks about, the intensity and energy and that sort of thing. Have you been able to come in off the bench a couple of weeks ago, really start to provide that? Now you've been rewarded with a spot in the starting lineup. Just kind of expound, I guess, on how you try to play from the energy standpoint on defense. How you think that's helped the team right now?
I think like with Coach White, he wants me to bring just versatility on the defensive end and then energy. So I just do nothing more than really what he asked me to. Like we got a lot of guys on this team that can do the same thing. So, I feel like we all do it. It's hard to like play against us.
Kareem, do you feel like the momentum from winning that game at Kentucky has that carried over in practice? What has practice been like since that win?
The Kentucky one, right?
Yeah.
Practice, I feel like it's been consistently like, he want to bring it to us like because he obviously wants to make practice harder than the game. So he just try to make us go as hard as possible, like get some conditioning in and play a lot of fives, just to get used to it. So when it come game time, it's just real easier. So
How much motivation is there from that first time you guys played Texas? You guys had the lead at halftime. How much do you guys kind of look at how that game played out getting ready for this one?
I think it brings us a lot of motivation. They scored like 58 points in the second half and got like 80% of the shots they missed. So I think coming into this game, we got to bring the fight to them and not make it easy for them. So, because they're a good team, like they're hot right now. They're on a 5-game winning streak. But, I think if we come in and just do our job, the results may vary.
All right, let's go Wiser and then Jeremy.
Graham, what's been the message from the coaching staff after that big win at Kentucky in terms of getting another W?
You said what's been the emotion? Sorry.
No, what's been the message from the coaching
Oh,
staff coming off a big win?
The message has been, stay consistent. Like, let's go on a win streak. Like, we was on a losing win streak. Oh my God, he was on a. we were on a losing streak, But now that we got out the mud, so now we want to just keep winning, keep staying consistent. And I think the message has been good. Like, just like I said, stay consistent.
I want to ask you about your 3-point shooting as part of your game. Do you have the green light to do it whenever you want, or what are coaches? How do they teach you about that?
If you open, shoot it. And I think I work on it enough, and the coaching staff and the players have like so much trust in me to shoot it. Like I think I missed like 3 in a row, and Smurf gave it to me the fourth one. And he told me shoot it. So just having that confidence, like just the green light from the coaches and my teammates, like to just keep shooting it. It's just like I feel like it gives me like way more confidence.
Thank you.
Kareem, obviously, I mean, you're in the starting lineup now, and it seems like every game we kind of see a little bit more of your offensive game and of your defensive side. Just how much more is there to your game that you haven't been able to show yet, and just where are you as far as like just the confidence that you have to be able to go out there and kind of play a little more freely, knowing that you're in the starting lineup.
I think me being in the starting lineup doesn't really like change how I play. I think if anything, it's more of like a motivation. Like, okay, like they trust me to like be in a little more. So now I gotta go out and just play harder. Like I feel like offensively, if I everything will fall in place, really if I'm good on defense. Like let's say we get a good stop, we get a rebound, I push it, and like I feel like the floor just opens up way more, especially in transition for us. So it really starts like on the defensive end for me.
What have you noticed has been the biggest difference just from a physicality standpoint, from playing in those early games to playing in these SEC games?
The physicality is way different. Like, you going in offensive rebounds, you're gonna get knocked over, like you're gonna get hit. And especially on defense, like you gotta hit everybody to just to secure a rebound. So the physicality is different. Like, those teams like Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee that run like big lineups, you gotta be like real physical against them to like even just get a rebound, get a stop.
All right, let's go Olivia and then Graham Coffee.
What impact does Jeremiah have in terms of maybe opening up some shots for the rest of you guys?
Jeremiah is so talented offensively, so he brings a lot of guys in because like on one, I don't think anybody can stop him in the country. Like he's so fast and like he's so crafty. Like he knows how to use what the defense gives him. So it just opens up a lot of shots for everybody, especially if you're spaced out here in the right spot. So
And then following up on Jeremy's question from earlier, what's been the biggest adjustment for you over the course of this season?
the biggest adjustment for me is just to stay consistent. Like, you know, you can't really control a lot of things out there on the court, but you can control effort. You can control like whether you like really just effort and like intensity. So I try to just maintain those two, and I feel like, everything will fall in place.
Yeah, Kareem, Coach White was talking about how being in the starting lineup has kind of helped the team from a physicality standpoint to match up with some of these other teams in the SEC. Has that always kind of been part of your game? And is that something that, you talked about sort of the adjustment to SEC play, but how have you kind of tried to bring that physical nature to the floor?
I tried to just like I said, just if a shot go up, find somebody to hit, and then offensively just crash the offensive glass, like, put pressure on the rim. And I think like that opens up a lot of stuff like for our guards and for even for Samto. Like if you put a lot of pressure on the rim, you might gotta send two to hit, like let's say me, and then Samto only got one person hitting him and it's like impossible to box him out. So, I just feel like it's just staying consistent, like just on the glass. That's like I've been trying to like just stay consistent on that.